What is going on, Real Cool Dad family? Yesterday, Emily and I found a new project, so that's going to be a different video coming soon. We went to a yard sale to get it, and at the yard sale, this dude had some bass fishing stuff, and I picked some up. So he let me get all this stuff, 2 or 3 jerk baits, a whole bunch of square bills. This thing I think is really cool. It looks pretty old. It's awesome. So anyway, he let me get all this stuff for like 15 bucks. And I think that's awesome. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tie on this first. We're out at a little pond out here. It's pretty small. I came out here a couple weeks ago with one of my buddies at work. Pretty juicy. So I'm gonna cast out a few times and check it out, see what's working with it. Get my line wet. So I'm just gonna tie on this little I don't even know what this thing is called, to be honest with you. Today we're gonna be using Abu Garcia Black Max combo. I had it rigged up for soft plastics like you saw in my other video. I'm just going to take that off and put on that top water. It's pretty decently cool outside today so far, so hopefully they got the top water bite going, and if they do, then hopefully we'll catch some. So I don't know what knot y'all use, but I just tie it 1 knot overhand, it's a square knot. Alright, and then take your piece going back to your pole, put it through the eyelet again. Put it through your eyelet big enough to where you can have your whole bait come back. Drag it back on down so it'll look something like that, and cinch it down pretty good, and then just finish that off with another square knot. I have been using it for a couple weeks. My dad showed it to me, and it is a pretty strong knot. So anyway, enough talking. I'm gonna get out there and get my line wet. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Instead of worrying about catching, if we catch a big bass, let's just catch a fish first. I've got some ultralight tackle here. It is a simple little jig. Right there, a little jig on a really light pole. Here we go, boys. I don't know if y'all know this about me or not, but I catch monsters. I mean, look how big that thing is. Good grief. That thing's massive. Yeah, so there's fish in this little pond. Just don't know if there's bass fish in this little pond. We should switch spots and go see maybe if there's bigger fish somewhere else. You know, they say the grass is always greener on the other side, so I don't know. I'm gonna let this little dude go and then probably move spots. Alright, that's the second spot. I'm just gonna tie on a jig head with a trailer. I'll show you what it looks like. It's another new one that I got yesterday. This one right here. It's got a little rattle on it. I think it'll work pretty well. Give that a go. It's a weedless setup, so I'm gonna pick out a trailer and go down here. I'll show you where we're at. It's called Airfield Lake. I'm gonna hit this little object in the lake and see if we can catch some fish. I'm gonna get after it. Hopefully I catch something. Get my line wet. Get my line wet. Get my line wet. Something nibbled on it. I got that. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I got a little rattle in there. So that was my line. That was my line and my jig and my trailer. That was like 6 feet of line. It's like the third jig head I've lost in like 3 days. Super irritating. This place was a bust. Probably my fault, not the fish's fault. I tied on a jerk bait, but that water's just so grassy. I can't work the bait properly. So I'm gonna go to one more spot, and then we'll see where it takes us from there. All right, peeps, made it out to the third spot. It's probably gonna be the last spot. It's getting pretty hot, so I have a wacky rig once again, Yamamoto Senko worm, and we're just at this little creek. I mean, it's crystal clear. Crystal clear. You can see fish swimming in it. So truth be told, I've been here for probably 20 minutes, just trying to scope it out and see if there's anything worth fishing for here. Found a couple bass, so I'm just gonna do a little sight fishing. Oh, there's a big catfish. I don't know if y'all can see that. Pretty big catfish just swimming around. When I say big, I mean just big for a creek. So I'm gonna get my line wet, get my line wet, get my line wet. Right there. I don't know if it'll do anything. There's a bass looking at it. Oh. Just looking at it. Alright. I'm gonna catch y'all whenever I bring in a fish, hopefully. Ladies and gentlemen, that's lure number 3 lost. Number 2 today, and I lost the worm Friday. That's annoying, to say the least. These fish just aren't biting out here. Still gonna give y'all some videos. I'm just gonna branch out further. Well, I'm gonna go try to recover my lure, and then I'm gonna head home because it's hot. So I think that'll be today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay cool. Real Cool Dad family. Get my line wet. Get my line wet. Get my line wet.